And now meet the reporter who became the story. This is Ben Higgins doing a live report, but watch the SUV in reverse, heading his way. Oh, he actually got hurt. It could have been much worse, but his cameraman jumped in and saved him. He actually managed to toss to the report, and when he came back, Sam, he said, back live here in Tucson, but just barely.
Wow, it looked like that thing was moving, actually.
That was good reflexes.
Pretty quickly.
After a 68-50 win over the University of Northern Colorado, they think they still have some unfinished business here in Tucson. Back live here in Tucson, and just barely.
Catching the brunt of the reaction was sports director Ben Higgins, who took 3 full hours of phone calls on Extra Sports 1360. He joins us now with the rants and a little bit of the reason behind it. Ben.
Yeah, that poll was very telling. A lot of fans very unhappy today. Many were ready for new leadership after 2 straight seasons with no playoffs, but a good percentage also seemed willing to give Norv Turner and A.J. Smith one last chance.
You're going to have yourself a very difficult situation right now if you are the Chargers trying to sell tickets next year.
The big Chargers news broke just as I was about to hit the air, along with co-host Chris Ello on Extra Sports 1360. Phone lines blinked constantly for 3 hours, and many Chargers fans were irate.
Dithering Dino is going to bring back the despised duo of Norvie and the King of No Ring. Myself, I'm outraged.
Some threatened to cancel season tickets. Others said they were going to pick a new team to root for, and many just seemed confused by the direction of the franchise.
Honestly, I have no idea what to say anymore about this franchise.
But not every fan is blaming the head coach for the team's lack of success. A good portion of callers cited factors beyond Norv Turner's control and seemed glad he was getting another chance.
I'm a supporter, and I think that both Norv and AJ should stick with the team for at least next year to see how it goes. And here's why. I mean, how you can't blame Norv and you can't blame AJ for Phillip Rivers fumbling a snap.
Reaction outside the polarizing world of sports talk radio was also more encouraging for the Chargers.
I think it's great news.
Why?
Because they've both done a great job. They've had some things to overcome. I think they showed they can. And, you know, sometimes you're better with the devil you know than the one you don't.
And that was another thing many fans said. They weren't convinced a better coach was out there, so they're willing to see how it goes for another season with Norv Turner. Still, others say anyone but Norv, so opinion definitely mixed today among fans.
Winning cures all ills. If they start the season 4-0 next year, maybe even better, who knows?
That's all they need is a few victories next season. The problem is that season doesn't start until September.
It's a long way away.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, fingers crossed. Thanks, Pat.
And it's so fitting that the man who gave so much to San Diego and so much to baseball, we have such a wonderful night. Perfect temperature.
It is perfect. I've heard emotion is the word of the night down there. I know there's going to be some laughs because Tony loved to laugh, and there's going to be some great stories, but I've heard there's going to be some tears, too. We haven't shed them all yet in the last 10 days. I think there's going to be a few more tonight. To become just the second team in San Diego County history to win the Little League World Series title, Parkview had to come back from a 3-0 deficit to Chinese Taipei. No more worries for Parkview. They're the world champs. So, Luke Ramirez, are you going to Disneyland?
The first thing I want to do when I get home is probably sleep. I mean, on my own bed. I mean, I miss my nice big bed. I have to sleep in this little bed with my feet hanging over the edge. So and then hopefully I can get back to stay on top of my homework at school again. Stay on top of my schoolwork. I hope that's not going to be that hard.
I guess you can add good student to baseball star and Little League World Series champion. In Williamsport, Pennsylvania, I'm Ben Higgins, 10 News. Sky 10 brought you the first pictures of the Tomahawk fire as 10 News Midday came on the air. You can see the line of flames forcing the first evacuations of the day near Camp Pendleton. As the noon hour approached and the smoke drifted out to the ocean, Sky 10 looked to the south and another fire that was blazing. This was our first look at the Poinsettia fire. Still just a few acres at this point, but about to get much worse. Flames soon jumped El Camino Real, headed toward Aviera Oaks Elementary. Kids were quickly evacuated. Our breaking news tracker was on the scene, showing fire and smoke pouring onto one of North County's busiest roads. Soon, the inevitable. The first house going up in flames on Skimmer Court. Firefighters unable to prevent the destruction. To the east, evacuation orders were soon going out in the Fallbrook-Bonsall area. Swirling winds near the 15 freeway leading to frightening smoke twisters. As the day wore on, the new threat came in San Marcos. More homes lost. Some residents unwisely tried to protect themselves with fire extinguishers.
But the wind's been shifting like crazy. You guys are going to get trapped down there.
As the sun set, the glow of flame still streaking across the hillsides. A dangerous day turning into a dangerous night. I'm Ben Higgins, 10 News.